Have you heard the phrase, the big beautiful bill, and wondered what it really means for retirees like you? Imagine a single piece of legislation that could lower your taxes, protect your Social Security checks, put extra rebate money in your pocket, and even expand your housing and healthcare options. For millions of seniors living on a fixed income, this could be one of the most important opportunities in years to stretch every dollar further. But here's the real question. Are retirees ready to take full advantage of everything inside this bill? In today's video, we're going to break it down step by step. I'll explain how you can benefit from the new $6,000 senior tax deduction, what the $600 tariff rebate checks mean for your household, how overpayment reforms might protect your monthly Social Security check, and why new proposals for cost of living adjustments could make your future benefits bigger. We'll also cover housing, healthcare, and practical steps you can take right now. By the end, you'll not only understand the big, beautiful bill, you'll know exactly how to make it work for you. The big, beautiful bill isn't just one small adjustment to Social Security or taxes. It's a sweeping set of reforms designed to tackle retirement affordability, housing insecurity, and rising costs all at once. At its center are provisions like a $6,000 tax deduction for seniors, $600 annual rebate checks funded by tariffs, new protections against overpayment clawbacks, and proposals to adjust COLA calculations to better reflect the reality of senior expenses. That means instead of small piecemeal changes, retirees now face a package of reforms that, if used correctly, could unlock thousands in benefits each year. It's important to note that this bill wasn't built only for retirees, but retirees stand to gain some of the most. Think about it. Fixed income seniors are hit the hardest by inflation, housing costs, and medical expenses. By targeting tax breaks, rebates, and stronger protections at this group, lawmakers are trying to ease the pressure that so many of you feel month after month. The challenge now is awareness. Too many retirees don't realize how much these changes can matter to them, which is why understanding the bill in detail is the very first step to taking advantage of it. One of the most powerful parts of the big beautiful bill is the $6,000 senior tax deduction. For retirees with taxable income, this deduction can reduce how much of your income is subject to taxes. For example, let's say you bring in $24,000 a year through the Social Security, a small pension, and part-time work. With this new deduction, you could reduce your taxable income to $18,000, which might lower your overall tax liability by hundreds of dollars. That's money you could redirect toward groceries, medications, or utilities instead of giving it to the IRS. What makes this deduction particularly valuable is how it benefits retirees with modest earnings who often get overlooked in larger tax debates. Many wealthier individuals already have accountants working to maximize deductions, but this measure puts direct savings into the hands of everyday seniors. By claiming it properly, retirees can keep more of what they've worked so hard for. If you're filing taxes in the upcoming year, this could be one of the simplest but most effective ways to stretch your retirement dollars. Another headline feature of the bill is the $600 rebate check for every U.S. household, including retirees. These payments come directly from the revenue raised through new tariffs, essentially redistributing money back to American families. For retirees, that's not just a one-time bonus. It's a chance to cover critical monthly expenses. Think about your grocery bill, a round of prescriptions, or your next utility payment. That $600 could fill a gap that many retirees feel every single month. The exciting part is that these checks are designed to go out broadly and fairly. Retirees don't need to jump through endless hoops of eligibility testing or complex paperwork. As long as you qualify as part of a U.S. household, you'll see this benefit. For seniors managing tight budgets, this money could mean the difference between putting off a doctor's visit and scheduling it right away. In a world where costs seem to rise faster than Social Security checks, this rebate is real relief that retirees should make sure they're ready to claim. Overpayment clawbacks have been a nightmare for retirees for years. Imagine suddenly being told you owe thousands back to Social Security because of an administrative error, and then having your entire check withheld until it's paid back. That's been the reality for countless seniors. The Big Beautiful Bill changes this by capping overpayment collections at 10% of a check instead of allowing 50% or even 100% to be taken away. That means a retiree receiving $1,800 per month would now only have $180 withheld, leaving the rest to cover daily living. This reform is huge because it acknowledges the unfair burden retirees have been carrying. It also shifts responsibility back to the system that caused many of these errors in the first place. Seniors should not be forced into financial crisis because of paperwork mistakes beyond their control. By putting this 10% cap into law, the bill gives retirees breathing room and stability, allowing them to plan and budget with confidence, even if an overpayment issue arises. The way Social Security calculates COLA has long been criticized for not reflecting the real costs retirees face. Using the CPI-E, which tracks workers' spending, doesn't fully account for the fact that seniors spend more on healthcare, housing, and food. The Big Beautiful Bill introduces proposals to tie COLA to the CPI-E, or the index for elderly consumers. Over the past decade, this difference would have meant 0.2% to 0.3% higher COLAs each year, adding up to hundreds or even thousands more for retirees. Think about what that really means. A retiree receiving $1,800 a month could have seen an additional $300 to $500 a year under CPI-E adjustments. Over 10 years, that's $3,000 to $5,000 in extra income without lifting a finger. This change could be one of the most valuable long-term benefits of the bill, but it also requires retirees to stay engaged. If COLA is recalculated in their favor, they'll need to monitor their annual increases closely to ensure they're receiving the full advantage. Housing has become one of the most crushing expenses for retirees. The Big Beautiful Bill expands Section 8 vouchers and even supports programs that help seniors transition into affordable homeownership. For retirees in high-cost areas, this could mean hundreds saved each month in rent, or the ability to finally own a home without shouldering the full burden of today's housing market. That kind of support can completely transform the financial outlook for someone living on Social Security alone. This provision matters because too many seniors are spending over 30%, sometimes even 50%, of their income just on housing. By opening up more voucher opportunities and making home ownership realistic for older Americans, the bill directly tackles one of the most painful financial challenges retirees face. If you're a retiree struggling with rising rents or insecure housing, this part of the bill could be life-changing. It's a reminder that financial security in retirement isn't just about checks, it's also about where and how you live. Another area where retirees can benefit is healthcare. The Big Beautiful Bill encourages Medicare reforms that aim to lower out-of-pocket costs, expand preventive care, and bring dental and vision benefits into the mainstream. For many seniors, dental or vision coverage has been a missing piece, forcing them to pay out of pocket or go without essential care. With healthcare costs continuing to rise, this bill provides a framework for easing that burden. Imagine being able to save $50 on prescription drug copays each month, or cutting back on premium costs for your Medicare Advantage plan. Those savings add up quickly, especially when you're on a fixed income. Retirees should pay close attention to the new options that emerge from this bill, because switching plans or using new preventive care coverage could mean better health and more money in your pocket. Healthcare is one of the most unpredictable parts of retirement, and this bill's changes are designed to reduce that uncertainty. The combination of capped clawbacks and tax deductions means retirees will have more control over their retirement savings. Instead of draining IRAs or 401ks to cover sudden bills, seniors can keep more of their savings intact. For instance, saving just $2,000 more each year through deductions or reduced clawbacks can mean $20,000 more over a decade. That's money that can grow, provide emergency protection, or be passed on to loved ones. This matters because too many retirees are forced to dip into savings too early, leaving them vulnerable later in life. By protecting what you've worked for, the big beautiful bill makes retirement planning more secure. Retirees should use this moment to review their financial strategies. Small adjustments now, like recalculating withdrawals or rebalancing income sources, could maximize the long-term advantage of the bill's protections. Let's make this real with examples. Mary, age 72, lives on $22,000 a year. Thanks to the $6,000 tax deduction, she reduces her taxable income, saving a few $100s. Add in the $600 rebate check, and suddenly she has nearly $1,000 more this year. If she had an overpayment issue, the new 10% cap ensures her entire check isn't taken, giving her stability. For Mary, these provisions aren't abstract. They're the difference between scraping by and feeling financially safe. Now let's consider John, age 67, who still works part-time. He earns extra income but worries about taxes. With the deduction, he pays less. And with COLA adjustments tied to CPI-E, his future benefits could grow faster. Add in possible Medicare savings, and John sees both immediate and long-term wins. These examples show that the bill isn't just about numbers on paper. It's about reshaping how retirees experience daily life, offering relief in the present and security for the future. The big beautiful bill opens opportunities, but only if retirees act. Step 1 is reviewing your income and tax situation to ensure you claim the $6,000 deduction properly. Step 2, if you faced overpayment issues, contact Social Security to understand how the new rules apply to you. Step 3, stay alert for updates on rebate checks. Don't miss that extra $600. Step 4, explore housing programs in your state if rent or mortgage costs are eating up your income. Step 5, keep an eye on COLA announcements, because these adjustments could put more money in your pocket every year. The worst mistake retirees could make is to ignore these changes and leave money on the table. Taking advantage of the bill isn't about complicated strategies, it's about awareness and action. Retirees who prepare now will be the ones who benefit the most. And remember, even small steps like filing taxes differently or checking in with Social Security can translate into big results when the system finally starts working in your favor. So, here's the bottom line. The big beautiful bill isn't just political talk. It's real policy with real benefits, tax relief, rebate checks, protection from clawbacks, bigger COLAs, housing support, and Medicare improvements. For retirees, it offers both immediate savings and long-term security. The key is knowing how to apply these benefits to your own life. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these changes would help you the most? The tax deduction, rebate checks, or bigger COLAs? Drop your answer in the comments below because your feedback matters. And don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe to Social Security Post, and stay tuned because I'll keep breaking down every update so you don't miss out on opportunities that could change your retirement.